the Biden speech, okay? Let's hear from the true, brave, honest to God, red-blooded Americans, the real Republicans, okay? What the fuck do they have to say about it? Well, let's hear what Meghan McCain. Let's start with some light content, okay? Let's look at the conservative reactions.
I'm going to give you guys a little bit of insight into how Republicans think. There was a concern when President Biden was elected that despite his almost 40-year career in Congress as a centrist, that he would govern as a progressive, that he was sort of this Trojan horse for progressive policies. I had faith he wouldn't be that.
Like, why is Meghan McCain on The View advocating against like the policies that Biden put forward? Someone needs to ask her, like, what are the issues that you have, really? Can you please explain to me? I need to understand, like, when you say this, when you talk about like a Trojan horse for progressive policies, like, could you please outline the specific policies that Joe Biden mentioned last night that you take issue with? Now, they will probably say gun control. Okay, that's an easy one. That's a gimme. That is the divisive policy that Joe Biden brought up. It's not favored by a lot of people, right? But I want to know exactly what she's talking about. I want to know what adult Jojo Siva has to say
his worst here, Meghan or Hassan,
about, like, I don't know, childcare, universal pre-K, free community college. Like, I need to know why those things are bad. Okay, don't do JoJo like that. Sorry.
Seeing what he said last night, that faith has gone completely out the window. This is by far the most progressive speech of any modern president, I think, since LBJ. The answer to every single problem in the United States of America is to write a check and bankrupt my generation in the process. And if you don't believe me...
Oh my God, they're doing it. They're literally doing it. They're going back to the fucking old school, oh my God, we're going to bankrupt the future generation rhetoric. This is great. In the post-Trump era, as long as Democrats do not cave, do not give even an inch to this kind of idiotic fucking deficit hawk rhetoric, they will literally never lose elections. I'm sorry. Let the idiotic Republicans stray away from talking about Mr. Potato Head's penis and move towards talking about how it's actually bad that although you are suffering right now, the government, which has the capability of helping you, should not. Okay? That is a great place for Democrats to be at. That is a gift. That's a gift. Straight up. As long as the Democrats don't become austerity freaks themselves. Okay?
Because I'm conservative, believe the New York Times. They said, quote, Biden, a lifelong centrist, has moved leftward and moved the biggest expansion of American government in decades. And he's getting praise from people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I think that he is showing himself to be someone who I think there's questions if he's going to run for president again.
Look, not a single mention of the actual proposals at all. What are we upset about? AOC said nice things about Joe Biden. That is not a way, like, this is not how you're supposed to do political commentary. Okay, it's The View. I'm not expecting too much, but that's precisely what Ted Cruz was doing as well. Because they also understand that if you were to turn around and look like idiotic Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee and say, I hate elderly care, how dare you give money to the elderly, fuck you, then people are going to be like, wait a minute. Why do you have a problem with that? So that's why instead of actually addressing like the PRO Act, for example, they have to stick to AOC said nice things about Joe Biden.
coming up because of his age. And I think there was an assumption that maybe Kamala will just take his place and run instead. And I think he is showing he's going to make his mark and be the most progressive president of my lifetime. And it is very disappointing to the people who had faith in him for running as a centrist. In regards to Senator Tim Scott, I'm a huge fan of his. I think he's a bright future of the Republican Party. He told a story about growing up in poverty and having to move in with his grandmother and having 3 family members.
Ironically, months ago, Chose were literally making fun of Dems for thinking Biden would be progressive. Were they? I think it was mostly like liberals that were making fun of leftists for saying that Biden's not going to be progressive.
Members live in one room, and his uncle pretending to read the newspaper to show a good example, even though we found out he was illiterate. He went on to explain policy reasons why he's a Republican. And in response, he was trending on Twitter being called Uncle Tom and Uncle Tim, which many Americans consider a racial slur. So it's okay to be racist and use racial slurs towards black men as long as they are Republicans. I'm disgusted.
It's not okay. It's only okay when you say it behind closed doors like I do. I, Meghan McCain.
By the response to him, hit him on policy. If you.
This is a non-issue. Not that it's okay to fucking call black people Uncle Toms or whatever, especially as a white person. But the non-issue is a non-issue because it was one fucking idiotic like blue checkmark Democrat on Twitter that said that, and then of course Republicans in unison were like, we got one. We got him, boys. We fucking got him, boys. Let's go. Everyone's like high-fiving each other like, yeah, woo, we got him. Let's fucking talk about this for the entire duration of this news cycle. Fuck, thank God.
You have policy problems with him, but the way he is being talked about, the way he is being disrespected, don't talk to me about microaggressions with race in this country. Don't talk to me about the problems we have in this country with racism when it's okay to speak and treat a black man this way.
You are projecting so hard, LMAO. I love when fucking verified Twitch users fucking come in here and say like idiotic shit. Of course, it's a fucking verified partner who is named himself after cryptocurrency. Fucking crypto nerd. Oh my god, this chat is pure cancer, lol. You are projecting so hard, LMAO. No, he's talking about me. So ironic you are defending a country that still hangs people in public, Peepo G. I know. Capital punishment is abhorrent. Imagine defending a country that still engages in that sort of horrible thing. Do you ever not bitch on your stream? Genuine question. Damn, I love this. We're not banning this guy. We're keeping this guy in here. I love this guy. We're keeping him in here, dude. Imagine being a partner streamer. Yeah, imagine. I love that. Because like a lot of partner streamers watch me, but they're oftentimes worried about coming across as stupid because it's an area that they are probably not very knowledgeable in. Unless it's Bao Bao, in which case he only brings the conversation back to areas that he is knowledgeable in, which is veganism, which is why he only talks about veganism. But most partner streamers, because I'll fucking laser focus on them, won't say anything. But whenever there is a partner streamer that has the fucking balls to say some dumb shit in here, I love it. I love it. My favorite. Anyway,
they do, right? They.
So, oh fuck! Let me finish the Meghan McCain. Oh, so boring. I forgot that we were watching.
Who happens to be the most famous Republican black senator in the country? It's okay to treat him that way. It's okay for Twitter to let it.
Yeah, the most of her fucking conversation about Tim Scott's incredible speech, which is so memorable, by the way, literally revolves around one fucking Twitter lib saying that he was Uncle Tom. Okay? Well, maybe it wasn't that fucking memorable then. If your only argument or if the only thing you have to say about Tim Scott's speech is that, like, someone called him Uncle Tom.
Who happens to be the most famous Republican black senator in the country. It's okay to treat him that way. It happened if he was a Democrat.
It's great.
And it is so hurt me, disgusted me, and saddened me. Literally ruined my...
It hurt. It hurt me. It disgusted me. It saddened me that a black man was called an Uncle Tom. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Dude, this is lib shit, by the way. This is Care Lord. This is Care Lord content. It's my favorite type of content when white people are like, you know, I could not finish my mimosa. I had to put it down.
Months.
I'm serious. I saw a black man get called Uncle Tom, and my God, it was the worst thing that has ever happened. It's like the same kind of person who will literally fucking call the cops when there's a black person walking near their fucking car, being like, I am so distraught by the racism, by the microaggression that transpired on this night. Wow. Day ruined. Day fucking ruined, dude.
A black man this way who happens to be the most famous Republican black senator in the country. It's okay to treat him that way. It's okay for Twitter.
Tim Scott's literally the only black Republican senator in the country? Yes. Oh, because she says the most famous black senator. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, you're doing a little erasure there to radical liberal Raphael Warnock. I don't really like that.
To let it trend for...
By the way, in the history of the United States of America, not racist, by the way, not a racist country by any means whatsoever.
You should be abolished.
We've only had 11 black senators, okay? Raphael Warnock being the 11th. So just do with that information what you will, okay? In the history, not like proportional representation and it's like 11 senators in like it's not 20 out of fucking, it's just top 10 most recognized black senators. Yeah, in the entire history.
11 hours, which is supposed to be against their policies and standards. It's okay to let it trend against Senator Scott. I don't believe it would have happened if he was a Democrat. And it is so hurt me, disgusted me, and saddened me. Literally ruined my night and ruined my morning because of it. I'm so grossed out by the entire thing. And to Senator Scott, there's so many of us that support and love you and think you did a fantastic job last night. And he's the one that should be running for president, not Nikki Haley. I was really disappointed.
They let it trend. Twitter should have banned the trend from happening. I'm so mad. So